I know I've said it before, but this video discussion about potassium iodide may well turn out to be the shortest one in this clinical toxicology series, corresponding to Goldfrank's chapter A44. The learning objectives for this session are that you'll be able to explain the mechanism of potassium iodide, Ki, as a radiation protective therapy, and to describe the scenarios when Ki would be indicated. The sole purpose of potassium iodide that we're going to talk about is to compete with and reduce the amount of radioactive iodine-131 uptake into the thyroid gland. The sequence of elements on the top of this slide shows the sequential decay products of uranium. Wherever you have uranium, there's going to be some I-131. And except for those of us who might be nuclear engineers, we don't routinely encounter much uranium, so we don't need to worry about this radioactive iodine. But if there's some catastrophe involving a uranium source, such as a containment breach at a nuclear power plant, or some terrorist detonating a dirty bomb, then the radioactive iodine can be released into the environment, into the air and water. Now, a dirty bomb is not a nuclear bomb. A dirty bomb uses conventional explosives, but radioactive materials are included and they get spread around during the explosion, greatly adding to the terror effect of a conventional explosive. If radioactive iodine then gets into the body, it gets concentrated in the thyroid gland, since the thyroid avidly absorbs iodine as part of its process to make thyroid hormone. Thus, we get a more concentrated radiation exposure to the thyroid, greatly increasing the chance of thyroid damage and later thyroid cancer. It's important to remember that Ki protects the thyroid only, and only in cases where we're concerned about environmental contamination with I-131. While it does protect against a source of radiation, it doesn't protect against all radiation sources. Some potassium iodide products are sold as anti-radiation tablets and are marketed to survivalists and the such, implying that they provide more general protection against radiation, and that's not true. There's lots of radiation created in nuclear blasts and plenty of radiation in the fallout from nuclear explosions, but that radiation comes from multiple isotopes of multiple elements, including I-131. But for Ki to make a difference in those cases, you'd need to be exposed to so much radiation from other sources that it would be fatal anyway. So a more reasonable marketing strategy would be seen here, where the product is called IOSAT, because it saturates your thyroid with non-radioactive iodine, which blocks uptake of I-131. So that's all of my material. I'm going to be adding here a very nicely made 1-minute-long video from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention for public education about potassium iodide. I'll be seeing you around.
Taking potassium iodide, Ki, may be recommended by officials or healthcare providers in some radiation emergencies. Ki can help protect your thyroid gland from radioactive iodine, I-131. Ki does not protect other parts of the body and does not protect against other types of radioactive materials that may be present in a radiation emergency. Taking Ki can have serious health risks. Only use Ki if you were told to by a public health or emergency official or a healthcare provider, and take it exactly as directed. The best way to protect yourself during a radiation emergency is to get inside, and stay tuned. To learn more about how to protect yourself in a radiation emergency, visit cdc.gov/nceh/radiation.